Good day everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'll be explaining the mimetic theory or the mimetic approach to literary criticism. The word mimetic comes from the word mimesis, which means imitation, representation, portrayal, reflection, and of course mimicry. This theory assumes that all art, including literature, is an assumption, rather a reflection, a portrayal, an imitation of the real order of things, or reality, life, and the world. This theory originates from the Greek philosophers Plato and Aristotle. According to Plato, all art, including literature, is an imitation of nature, and therefore 3 steps removed from the truth, or 3 steps away from the truth. Because the truth for Plato are the ideas or the forms that exist in the spiritual or metaphysical world known as the world of ideas, which is a world outside this physical universe, or the universe that we see, touch, hear, smell, the sensible universe. So for Plato does not really give value or importance or regard to art and literature, because for them it's not truthful. So for Plato, what is important is philosophy, because philosophy seeks for the truth, the contemplation of the ideas and the forms which are the real things. Whereas art imitates an imitation, therefore it's valueless. That's why in the Republic, Plato urges the philosopher kings, those who want to be leaders or who are leaders, not to really study art or resort to art and literature, but rather pursue philosophy. On the contrary, Plato's student Aristotle has a different perspective on art and literature. For him, art is good because art is also an imitation of nature, but nature for Aristotle, the real world, is not the same as the world of ideas of Plato. Because for Aristotle, the world that we see, the world of appearances, the world that is concrete, the world that is sensible, is the real world. And why is art good? Because according to Aristotle, art and literature have 3 main functions. First is to inform or to educate. Second is to entertain or to give pleasure. And the third is to achieve virtue, that is catharsis, the release of excess feelings. And of course, it trains people how to be compassionate to others, to have empathy and sympathy, so that people will have a balanced life, an harmonious life, a life free from the excess of emotions of pity and fear, or even anger and other unnecessary emotions, to have a balance of virtuous life. So that's the difference between Aristotle's concept of imitation or of art and of literature compared to that of Plato. So they look at art and literature as imitation in a different way. For Plato, it is something negative, not valuable, not important to human life, but for Aristotle, it is very important. Now, if you use mimetic theory in literary criticism, what are the questions you ask? Of course, you ask, how well does a work of art or a work of literature represent, portray, mirror, or reflect the real order of things or life? So the criteria of a good literature or a good art or a good criticism is coherence, consistency, accuracy, and being realistic. So if a work of literature or a work of art imitates exactly what reality is, then that's good literature, that's good art. But if art and literature do not or does not imitate exactly reality or the real order of things, then that's bad art, poor quality, inferior. So if you are a literary critic and if you'd like to use mimesis, then you have to look for the realities being reflected by the work of literature. What are the realities being portrayed? What truths of life or universal truths are portrayed? Or what are the values being shared? That is why the mimetic theory is very similar or related to the moralistic approach and the philosophical literary criticism. So we cannot deny the fact that in mimetic theory, we also look into what morality or virtues or good characters are being portrayed in the text or shown in the text or mirrored in the text, and what philosophical ideas are also reflected in the text or philosophical themes. So I would say that the mimetic theory is a grand theory or a bigger theory, an umbrella theory that that covers or encompasses the moral, the philosophical, even the historical, even the political, feminism, gender studies, and all this. They would fall under mimetic theory in as far as mimesis is about portrayal, imitation of nature, life, the world, and culture. So that's the mimetic theory in literary criticism. Thank you for watching. Please click like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.